Okay.
Hello, everybody. This is Dwayne with Live on the Mothership. Today we have two seasoned garage sale people that I tricked into coming onto my show. So we're gonna talk about negotiation tactics on how people negotiate things that they do to help them get a better deal, or in some cases maybe not get a better deal. Just make good on the deal that's already on the table. So first of all, we have Mr. Lonnie Honeycutt. Go ahead and introduce yourself, buddy.
Hey guys, my name's Lonnie and my YouTube channel is Garage Flips, and I am very happy that Dwayne invited me to come tonight. And I was also surprised that Tanya was going to join us too. So this is really awesome. Looking forward to it. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, no worries. How about that, Tanya? Tanya Sheets, go ahead.
Hey guys, I'm Tanya. I have a channel here on YouTube called Thrifty Treasures, and I am equally happy that Dwayne invited me tonight.
Well, I'm just happy you guys showed up. I was worried. Lonnie, I sent him the link. He's like, "Oh, that's tonight," and I'm like, "Yeah, smart ass." But I kind of figured he would give me a little bit, of a crap. So obviously, Garage Flips is you do a lot of garage selling. We've seen lots of videos of some of the things you get, and very much interesting. So why don't you give us a little rundown on what, when you go to a garage sale, what are you thinking, first of all? I mean, what is it that you look at a garage sale, you go, yeah, I'm going to go check this out?
Well, I think the first thing, because you got to get in the right mental state, right?
Yeah.
I think when I first walk up, I try and figure out, by looking around and looking at the people, looking at the stuff they're selling, what is their motivation for having this sale? Are they trying to make money here, or are they trying to get rid of shit? Right. So I think that's important to know where their starting point is, whether they're trying to get rid of stuff or make money. And you could tell there's all kind of clues, you have to know, you need to look at how they're dressed, the kind of stuff they have, how nice is the house. I mean, I don't like to make these types of stereotypes about people, but they help. They really do.
Sure. No, I mean, you got to judge the situation. It can make a big difference. Like you said, in fact, there's many times that if I'm, wandering around, I'm not going to walk up and just ask right away, but I'll ask them, hey, what you selling? Or why are you selling this stuff for? Oh, we had somebody pass away, or like you said, it's we're sending our kid to Italy, so we're trying to raise money, and that gives you a real good insight onto, are they going to be flexible on their pricing? Because that's important.
Yeah, and a lot of times, when I walk up to sales, if they're doing a fundraiser or something, they might have a big poster board out there that literally states, why they're having the garage sale. Absolutely.
Yeah, we have that a lot, actually. The Mormon Church does a lot of missions. Let's see, 18-year-old boys go on missions, and it costs money. So there's a lot of those type of things on people that want to go on missions, but they can't afford it. So they work on, raising some funds. So
can I give another part to that answer?
No, you have to be quiet now.
No.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, the other thing that I look for, when I first walk up on a sale, is I try and determine whose stuff is it. Like you said, or like Tanya said, if it's a benefit type of thing, or like you said, Dwayne, if it's a church sale, there's no emotional attachment to those items, because a lot of times the benefit sales, they're selling donated items. And yeah, it's a benefit, but they have no emotional attachment, and they want to sell everything in both situations. And if you have a woman that's selling, has a garage sale, and you see her husband's stuff, right? She's going to be more likely to sell his stuff cheaper than her stuff, and vice versa,
Yeah, it's so funny. Look what John says in the chat right now. He eavesdropped if other people ask the host of the sale for discounts, and it tells me if I'll be able to get a deal. And yeah, that's so funny that he said that because I had never noticed before, but I do the same thing too.
I think everybody does. I mean,
Yeah,
it's really, you walk up and you kind of take in the whole, the whole situation and try and figure out what you're going to do from there. I have a secret weapon. My wife can talk people's socks off. So if I bring her, then she can go be pleasant and get on their good
right.
side.
Yep.
So
Heather does like to talk.
she does. My goodness, she's a yacker, but that's okay. I mean, because I'm not. So
Right.
we fill out pretty good that way. So
Yeah.
So okay, so now you figured out that you're going to they're not going to be too emotionally attached to their items, Lonnie. Where are you going to go from here?
Well, okay. Another thing I like to do when I first walk up on a sale is I like to find an ace in the hole, and this will come into play later. Like I like to spot an item that I think they won't really have a lot of emotional attachment for, kind of like a bonus item that if I need to pull that ace out of my sleeve later as part of a bundle deal, I'll do it.
Now, is that something you want or something you just think they don't want?
It's something I want, but not something that I would necessarily like. Tanya is laughing.
No, it's. I think it's because of Nathan's.
It is.
It's Nathan put in the chat. I like to talk just in case you haven't noticed. So yeah, he got me too with that. So sorry, Lonnie, didn't mean to.
Sorry, Lonnie.
No,
crack up.
No, it's cool. And by the way, I don't know if y'all haven't seen my attire tonight.
Oh man, how did you get that?
Can y'all see it?
That's so awesome.
Huh? Oh, I found it at the thrift store.
Yeah, on the $1.99 rack, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Great.
So let's get Dwayne tonight, huh? But no, whenever if I'm approaching an item that I'm really interested in, I like to have another item in my back pocket just in case I can't get them to go down on the item that I really want. Then instead of getting them to move on the price, I could say, okay, well, how about if I pay you that price, but then you throw this in, right? So I like to have items like that in my periphery that I can bring into the deal if the price negotiation doesn't work. Sure.
So you're using that as leverage, getting two for less than one and the other to get. So you're combining, bundling, like you said.
Yeah, and it's better if that item is unrelated to the first item. Because if you can't cut a deal on the first item, it might be because they value that type of item, whereas they may not value some other type of item near as much, right? So,
yeah, no, that's a great idea. I never gave that any thought. I mean, I think everybody does bundling, so that's not much of an insight, but having a potential bundle in case they won't come down on their original price. That's a great idea. What about you?
Her name's Tanya.
Tanya.
Thank you. It's been a rough day. What about you, Tanya? When you come up to a sale, what other than what we've talked about so far?
Well, I don't think as much as Lonnie does. Lonnie sounds like he's got it all figured out.
The whole philosophy of the yard sale
negotiation.
Right.
But yeah, same thing. I mean, I'm already scanning before I even get out of the car. So, and then of course, I'm gonna, for lack of a better word, I'm gonna size people up too, and I'm gonna listen if people are offering. But if I see something priced right, I'm just gonna go ahead and pay. Like if I see a pair of earrings for 50 cents, I'm not gonna say, "Hey, will you take 25 cents?" I mean, I feel like 50 cents is fair, especially if it's something nice,
But wouldn't you bundle that? I mean, let's say you found obviously at one 50-cent item. That's kind of a given. But let's say there's 10 things you want. Would you bundle them all together and offer one one price, and that would end up okay.
Like, for example, not too long ago, I found a bunch of jewelry at a garage sale, and I had also found a coffee mug that I like too. So I found the mug first, and then I went over to the jewelry. And so I was just, throwing the jewelry in the mug. And then when I was done getting everything that I wanted, I asked, how much for all of this? So, and she didn't even look at everything. She was just like, okay, $1 or whatever. So
Nice.
definitely bundle too.
Yeah. Well, I think bundling is, you have to. I mean, I guess if you only find one thing you want, that's 50 cents, then it's one thing. But, if you find more than one thing, instead of nickel and diming them on every single item, if you just put them all together and say, like you said, half the time they don't even look. They look at the pile, look at a couple of things. Okay, $5,
Yeah.
So.
Right.
So, oh man, my wife's in here.
Yes, she is.
Oh, and all that stuff I was talking? No, she knows she talks a lot.
Hi, Heather.
So,
Heather
so
needs
you
one of
don't,
these t-shirts.
Yes, she does.
Because she's the only one that truly gets Dwayne'd anyway, right? So
I hope so. Anyway, so beyond doing all the philosophizing when you walk up, let's say you find, 5 or 6 things. Do you immediately, start a pile, or do you kind of, look around and then decide that you're going to, put it all in and into a bundle or something? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I mean, the key to a garage sale is, as soon as you have something that you want to buy, you got to hold that thing. You got to grab it.
Yeah.
And making a pile isn't always safe either. So if I can possibly carry everything in my hands, I do it.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, if it's early in the morning, I'm probably not going to make a pile. Like Lonnie said, I'm going to be like trying to hold all that stuff in my arms. But, if it's like 10 or 11 o'clock, I'm still garage selling, I'll make a pile. There's probably not going to be too many people, or at least there'll be few enough people to control somebody watching your pile of stuff, right?
Or if you do make a pile, put it by the cash box.
Yeah, that's what I always do too. Yeah.
And do you tell them, the people, hey, this is my pile. I'm just setting stuff here, kind of stuff.
Don't mess with my pile.
And then a lot of times, if I'm making a pile, I'll say, look, I'm going to set this stuff here. And I said, hey, and I'll maybe tell them, hey, look, we're going to be able to make a deal if I buy a bunch of stuff, right? And I'll just plant that seed in their head ahead of time.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And they always say yes, just about every time.
Well, of course, that's why they're having a garage sale, right?
Yeah.
Not very many people are out there actually trying to make money, like good money at a garage sale. So at least not here.
We have the professional garage sailors around here, but I know to stay away from them. The guys that have the sale every week or once a month.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They always have the same old stale shit out there, Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
we have a lady in our area. She sells I guess like her stockpile. I think she's a couponer, and she's always selling stuff like that. And when I see that sign going towards that street, I mean, there could be other sales on that street, and I would never even know, because I never go down that street anymore, because, I always know it's going to be her.
Sure. Yeah, we don't have a lot. I don't do an awful lot of garage selling. So I'm getting back into it. Where we lived before, it was too hard for us to get out of the house in the morning. But since we moved here, we've been to a couple, and it's kind of slim pickings, but we're getting better at it. We need to do a little bit better planning, planning our routes and such. So, but
oh wait, before John leaves, I got to say, no, I didn't get the shirt at the thrift store. John brought it to me to the reseller rally and gave it to me. So thank you, John. That was awesome, dude. I didn't tell him. I didn't say where I actually got it from. I was being a smart ass. Sorry.
Oh, did somebody really believe you?
I don't. Well, I didn't say thank you. I didn't say thank you to John anyway. So.
Oh, okay. Well, good. So, okay. So, do you have any other techniques, Lonnie? Since you seem to be the philosophizer here.
No, I'm not I'm not the philosophizer or the expert. I'm just the guy that wrote down some notes on this.
See, there you go. You got more notes than I do. You must know more than me.
That's impressive, Lonnie.
Nah.
I forget stuff though. I forget to say stuff if I don't write it down, you know.
All right. So what's next on your list then?
Well, there was a question in the chat that you put in
Oh,
our
yeah.
chat. Why don't
I'm
you ask
sorry.
that
I didn't
question?
even. Yeah. Duh. I believe it was Angie that asked, if you really want something, do you tell them how special you think that item is or downplay it?
I want to hear Tanya's answer.
Well, it depends on how bad I want it. I'm probably gonna be poker face, right? I'm gonna act like I don't really care. Because if the price is too high, I'm usually willing just to leave it if they don't give me like a price that I like. But I'm not going to tell somebody. And that's another thing I was going to say. Speaking of notes, I'm glad I remembered. So if it's early in the morning, yeah, I might put my hand on it while I'm asking, right? But if it's later on in the afternoon, you might not want to touch it, and because if you're touching it, you're really interested, right? But definitely touch it if it's early in the morning, because somebody would come over and swipe that out from under you.
Yeah. That's the unwritten rule, right? If you're holding it, it's yours until you set it back down.
Yeah.
Or pay for it, one or the other, right?
Yeah, that's like garage sale etiquette, but not everybody follows the same set of rules that we do.
Yeah, I can see Lonnie getting all pissy with somebody. I'll be like, we're gonna throw down. Some little granny comes up and takes something right out of your hand.
Oh, he has a story to tell. I remember your story about the box of electronics or the cables or something, Lonnie, right?
Yeah, I'm usually stay pretty cool, but sometimes I do get pissy. Okay, so I had a box that I was holding that had like electronics, and it looked like it might have some like video game controllers and just like different, those boxes with the wires in them. You see at every sale. And I was just kind of looking through the remote controls and stuff. And all of a sudden, this lady grabs the box out of my hand. And she says, she goes, oh, I just need to look and see if they have some kind of power adapter or something in here. And I said, hey, that was in my hands. I was holding that. He said, oh, I know. You don't mind if I look for it? I'm like, yeah, I do. I grabbed it back. This lady was in her 60s, okay? Not the 60s is old, because I know you have an older audience on this channel, Dwayne. But I held the box up in the air, and I yelled to the people running the sale. I said, how much for the whole box? And they said $5. And I said, done. And I took my box, and I went home with it. I was so pissed.
Man, Lonnie beating up on the elderly. Jeez.
Yeah. Right?
But
so funny.
All she wanted was a power supply for her speaker system or something, and no.
You don't grab out of somebody's hand, though. You don't grab out of
I would do the same thing, I think.
Right.
Yeah, that's a little crazy. So what was your next on your list? Did you say?
You let Tanya answer the question. I didn't get to answer.
Oh, yeah, I did. So why don't you answer the question? Do you downplay it?
Well, thank you. No, what I do.
Are you sure you want to run this? I mean, I could just turn it over and let you do this if you really want, because you're probably better at it than I am.
No, it's my night off, Dwayne.
All right. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so I saw Tanya give that. The reason I wanted her to go first is because I saw her give that answer when her and Bonafide Hustler were talking about this exact same topic on his channel.
Oh God, did I say something different?
No. You said the same thing right down the line. No.
Oh, okay.
I knew you were going to say that, and I saw a chance to disagree. So I'm going to disagree.
Okay.
All right.
With respect, I play it differently, and I think Tanya could play it even better than me if she tried. I like.
At a challenge?
No, it's not a challenge. I take a different tack. Like, let's say I wanted this tape measure.
Okay.
What I do is I actually grab the tape measure and I look at it and I admire it and I tell them in so many words what good taste they have for selecting this tape measure in the first place.
Ooh, smart.
How much I like it. Tanya, I play to their ego. You remember talking about that?
Right.
Wow, somebody with a great taste must have bought this, and man, I sure would love to have this. And I already set up a rapport with you because I'm such a nice guy when I walked up and said hello and I petted your dog and all that. And now you like me. And now you want me to have your tape measure really bad, right? Because I like it, so it's just a different way to get probably to the same point. So I try and get them to a place where they know I want the thing and they want me to have it because they know I appreciate it, you know? So I think it's just a different way to probably get to usually the same place. It's just a style thing, you know?
Right. And that's kind of why I asked, you know, Tanya and you, because I figured you'd kind of have differing, you know, views on how you negotiate. And, you know, that's a perfect example is, you know, there's no bad way to do it necessarily.
No,
I mean, I guess there might be if you don't.
Well, yeah, there is.
But,
Yeah.
but I mean, as long as you get to the same point and everybody's happy, that's how it goes.
It's a style thing. And I like, you know, I'll usually talk it up pretty good. Like, I like to talk anyway. So I yap a lot to the people, you know, so.
You and my wife, we could get you in a room and you guys would just chat.
Right. Sometimes first thing in the morning, I'm not completely wide awake just yet. You know, I'm still working on my first cup of coffee.
Grumble, give me my crap.
Tanya, have you ever like done like a live, like a haul thing, like, you know, where you shoot videos while you're garage sailing? I've done these, and like my first stop, or before I even roll out, I'm like talking, I'm like, and then I watch it later, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, all gravelly voice, and my eyes are all, and my face is just puffy, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Right. I have been known to shoot the garage sale video, and then at the end, act like it's the, you know, first thing in the morning.
So do you reenact the garage sale later?
No, like if it's in the morning, like I might forget to do the introduction, right?
Oh,
my video has to have an introduction clip, right?
that's smart. I should do that too, because I'm like really incoherent and look horrible. That's pretty smart. And you're pressed for time too, right? So that's not.
Oh, I know.
Blah,
That's
blah,
the
blah.
thing. Yeah, and people don't like you, like as you both, I've told y'all, they don't like for you to be sharing your haul when you're driving 10 miles per hour through a neighborhood. So,
Trying not to hit
what are you gonna do?
Drive like your kids live here. Okay.
Right?
Craziness. So yeah, it seems like actually the opposite of what I kind of thought. I was actually thinking that Tanya would be the one that would kind of buff the ego to get, to get a better price, but you do that.
But
just does
Tanya would be better at it, though. I think.
Probably.
I truly believe Tanya would be like. I think she'd be way better at it than
I'm
me.
gonna give it a try. I mean, don't get me wrong. If they had like some butterflies encased in and some glass or something, I would be freaking out. I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, this is so neat!"
Well, yeah, I'm thinking sometimes there's things that you just can't help but show some enthusiasm for, and they seeing that enthusiasm actually can help. So
you just want to get them to a point where they want you to have their item.
Yeah.
You know. That's what I do.
Cool. So now, you don't do I mean, how hard of a negotiator are you? I mean, is it I give you one chance, and if you don't do it, I walk away, or how does that go for you, Lonnie? I mean, or do you sit and bicker back and forth? Let's say that's a $20 item, let's say, or group of items, whatever you want to say.
What is priced at 20?
The stuff that you want is $20. How much are you gonna? I mean, negotiate, give back and forth is what I'm trying to get at.
As much as it takes, I guess. I mean, okay, that's another thing you want to do before you ever start is you want to have like a target price, right? Like you want to have a beginning price in mind in case they say, in case it's like make an offer type situation, because you can get all huffy about it and make them name the first price, because whoever names the first price loses, right? That's what I've always heard. And you also need to have an upper limit that you absolutely cannot pass and still make decent money, And yeah, man, I mean, as long as it takes, I don't like, why would you quit? I don't understand.
Well, I don't know. I mean, let's say, you're at 20 and they come back, or let's say he's at 20 and you come and say 10, and then he says, well, maybe 18? I mean, do you just keep going, or do you say, okay, you know, he obviously wants too much? I guess it's just a different way of negotiating, I think. Or do you set it
Yeah.
down and come back later? You know, come back and think about it, or pretend to think about it, or whatever, and come back and say, okay, yeah, I'll give you 12.
I've done that, and usually I don't even have my phone. Like if it's a little higher priced item, and I usually don't even have my phone with me at the garage sales. So a lot of times I'll walk back out to the car in that type of situation if it's close, and I'll look it up or whatever, and then I'll either decide to go back and buy it for their price or just roll out, you know, because I don't carry my phone to the garage sale typically.
That's another question I was going to ask. Do you look things up on site, or do you take it somewhere else or go somewhere else and look?
You going to ask Tanya a question? There you go.
Well, wait, let's go back to the other one. Yes. I have been known, like before I even ask, I usually have like an idea in my head about what I want to pay for something, like what I'm willing to pay for something. And so, you know, if I ask them, I don't know, if they'll take 5 for something and they say, no, I really wanted 8. I've been known just to walk away and say, okay, well, good luck. You know, I'm not a hardcore negotiator. I'm really not. I need to work on that. Yeah.
I think the key is to keep like a sense of humor about it.
Right. Don't take it so personal, right? I got to stop doing that.
Yeah, like I like to keep it light, maybe toss in a couple little jokes, keep it kind of like, you know, like if they come back with 15, I'll act like I'm having a heart attack or something. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, just like, oh my God, you're killing me here. Golly, man, you want to take 10? Are you serious? You know, just keep it like really light and not, I mean, hell, it's a friggin' garage sale with used shit. It's not that serious, you know?
Right. That's so true.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how, you know, if you're taking it that seriously. I mean, you know, like you said, some people want to keep it light and talk and all that, and other people are like, get in, get the stuff, get out.
Right. So. And it's also a sign to me, okay, I really don't need that anyway. Seriously, I really don't need it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a price you got to walk, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, of course. And that's why I was wondering how much, you know, negotiating are you willing to do? If they are moving, you know, if they're moving in smaller steps than you're expecting, or do you at times you just say, this isn't going anywhere? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I do both. Yeah.
And a lot of times I'll begin the negotiation by, you know, look, I don't, you know, they'll have something on it, and I say, look, I hate to do this. I don't want to insult you, but I really want this Sharpie pen really bad. You know, I see you got $30 on this Sharpie. I'm not trying to insult you or anything, but will you take an offer? Will you hear an offer? And they'll say yes, and then I'll give some crazy ass lowball offer. You know, and I try and set it up to soften the blow a little bit, because when you make your offer, you got to go real low, man, and you got to be. I think the number one thing you have to be ready for and okay with at garage sales or anywhere, any kind of negotiation or sales, is you got to be okay with hearing the word no over and over and over and not let it get you beat down, you know?
Right.
Sure. Absolutely. So that's a great technique. You say you go really low, and, you know, so like you said before, where you go low so that you have somewhere to come up to where you really want to price it, you know, where you really want to buy it at. But I mean, how do you not offend people? Even if you do it, you know, all that, the big schmooze that you just said.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You schmoozed it on first.
Well, I mean, you gotta have some people skills too, man. You gotta have like your little radar going and know, like, man, this dude seems really uptight. That vein is popping out of his friggin' forehead. He's gonna, if I go too low, he is gonna absolutely lose his shit. He just yelled at his wife.
Oh my gosh!
Just kicked the dog. This guy is not cool. You know, like I would not lowball that guy. Right? You got to watch and see what's going on, man, and figure people out a little bit.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that's the main thing, is just knowing, you know, getting a good general idea of the situation you're walking into, and knowing what tactic to take from there.
Yeah.
So, just gonna I'm reading in the chat here.
And a lot of times when you walk up to a sale, people might just outright tell you, you know, we're ready to get things moved, you know, make us an offer.
Yep.
So now this is another thing. For example, Tanya, do you want to make the offer first, or do you want to see if they'll make the offer first?
I want them to make the offer first.
And now how vigilant are you on that? I mean, is it something like, no, never mind, you know, or will you actually throw out a number at some point if they're, you know, pushing?
Yeah. I mean, if they're lollygagging for too long, I'll throw something out there, and it's going to be a lowball offer, like Lonnie said.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I go to a garage sale, I'm going to pay $1, $2, $3, $5 if it's something really nice, but usually I'm not spending a whole lot of money.
Well, yeah, of course. What about you, Lonnie?
I'm just reading Brian the Oakbrook Picker saying, my thrifting pimp hand is strong.
Well, actually, at first it's string. So,
well, I gave him the benefit. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah. So, do you prefer to make the first offer or wait for them to make an offer?
It doesn't matter, because either way, they are going to make the first price, because if they say make your offer, my offer is going to be so damn low that they're going to have to come back with a real price, you know, 9 times out of 10. So I'm not really making the offer at that point, unless they take it, which they do probably, you know, maybe 10% of the time or less. They might take the ridiculous number, right?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever got the ridiculous number.
Every now and then you do.
Yeah, I haven't. Maybe it's just well, I don't go to, like you said, I haven't been to a lot of garage sales lately, so I guess it's a numbers game there. So
you know how to make sure you won't get the really low price?
Huh.
Is you don't ask for it. That's how you make sure.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And Tanya said that. I think Tanya said something to that effect on the other side selling. Right?
What's that?
Something about the high price. I think you said something about like, or no, I heard somebody else quote you on another channel. Like you won't.
Whoa, you're getting quoted, Tanya. Look at that.
Yeah. They said something about like you won't get the big money if you don't ask for big money.
Oh yeah, if you want to make big money, you gotta ask for a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, absolutely.
And on the sourcing side, same thing. If you want to get buy it for low money, you gotta ask for low money. So
sure.
Right.
So Jim Jams, he asked, his question is are you folks flexible on your prices? That's one of the things he asked to get a feel for the situation.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But I mean, how many people are going to say no? I mean, really, right? If somebody was to ask me that, it's like, no. You know, I mean, of course,
hard ass.
Yeah, exactly. No, everything is exactly to the penny what I said. You know, seriously.
I took my time to price this shit, and you're going to pay it.
That's right. So, let's see. What's next on your list there, Lonnie?
Well, no, I have something that's not on my list, and that is one thing that I hate when negotiating. I'm getting echo. Is somebody unplugged? No?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, anyway, whenever you negotiate, or whenever I've been in negotiations, I hate it when someone says, what is the lowest you'll take? You know, or what is the best you can do? Because it's so like non-committal, and it just pisses me off. Throw me a solid number that I can say yes or no to. You know,
right.
So on the sourcing side, don't do that. Don't say what is the lowest you'll take.
Well, it's funny because you'll ask that, what's the lowest you'll take? They'll give you a number, and then you'll go lower, and it's like, but I just told you that's the lowest I would take. You know, so yeah, I agree. It's kind of a nothing. It really gets you nowhere. So
yeah, exactly. They're not putting anything into the negotiation, because the idea is both parties say, I'll do this. okay, no, I don't want that, but I'll do this. But each time you're offering something up that the other person can grab and
Sure.
take. You know, if you're just saying, will you go lower or will you take less, then you're not offering up anything. You're just asking them to negotiate against themselves, you know?
Well, and I've heard, you know, some of the, I can't even remember who had said it, but you always want to make it positive too. You know, if you are going to ask a question like that, it's not what's the lowest you can go. It's what's the best you can do. You know,
Same shit, same thing.
no, I understand. But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is if you always want to word it positively. You don't want them to say, you know, you don't want to word it so that it sounds like they're, you know,
Losing.
getting rid of their crap. Well, you want to make it sound like, you know, it's the best thing. I don't know. I just heard something like that at one point.
Ooh, that brings up another one. Can I ask Tanya a question?
Sure.
Tanya, when you're at a garage sale, do you ever point out defects in items to try and get a lower price?
You know, I don't know. I'm sure I have, but I'm not probably going to buy something with a defect. Why are you buying something with a defect?
Well, I mean, some vintage stuff is going to have like some condition issues. It's not
Yeah,
all
that's
perfect.
true. That's true. Like maybe a chip in a cookie jar or something. Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, definitely. I think so.
Scratch on a table or
Yeah. I'm just so paranoid to list anything with any kind of flaws on eBay, but I guess if you describe it and point it out, that would be okay. Yeah.
Or like a
well,
record, or like a vinyl record album, like the cover. You know, some of them
Yeah,
are pristine, some of them have like bad corners and stuff, right?
definitely. Yeah, I would do that.
I mean, I do that when I buy a car. You know, you always put, oh man, those tires, you know, I'm going to have to get new tires and, you know, those kind of things. But I guess I've never really thought about doing it to something much less value. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I guess my only point there was it didn't quite work out the way I intended. But the only point I was trying to make is I don't like to like beat somebody's item up in order to get a lower price, because a lot of times they'll take offense to that and they'll take it personally, and they get like, instead of trying to find a price, they more defend their item's value, you know,
Sure.
'cause they think you're like saying they have a chip in them, or they have you know, people take it personally sometimes, but I don't
Yeah,
think
definitely.
I didn't ask the question
And
very good.
no, I think you did fine. You
Lonnie
just didn't
needs to
get the
teach a
answer you
class. Lonnie needs to teach a class called Garage Sale Psychology
were.
because he's really good at it.
Yeah, obviously, it makes pretty good money, you know, getting stuff. So,
Yeah.
what was I going to say? Oh, I back to what you were saying a long time ago about the you know, emotional ties to things, and how you'll ask a particular person running the garage sale, knowing that they're going to give you a better price than the person that's obviously emotionally tied to it. I went to a garage sale, and the lady there, I was there to pick up all the extra stuff. You know, after the garage sale, I just said, I'll come get it all. And the lady that was there was making, I mean, she was having a cow. You know, no, I don't want you to take that. I don't want you. And I'm just like, oh, well, you know, I don't want to offend anybody. It's time for me to, you know, vamoose. Because back to what you're saying about the emotionally involved or tied to that item, you don't want to do that, because they'll take offense to anything that you say that's derogatory, or not even derogatory, but downplaying, you know, unless you can make them think that they want to give it to you, like Lonnie had said earlier.
Right.
Mike wants to know, do you guys ever bluff and just start to walk away?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then what? Do you just say, oh, all right, I'll give you $3 or whatever, you know, whatever you guys are bartering? Or is it, do you wait for them to make a call once you're walking away?
Lonnie.
I'm waiting for you, Tanya. I've been talking too much.
You know, sometimes I don't even follow through. I just keep on walking to the car.
So it's not a bluff at all. You just walk
Right.
away.
I guess I misunderstood, but yeah. I mean, I have been known to offer something and walk away, and they're like, you know what? If you really want that for $2, we'll give it to you. So I've had
See,
that
that's
happen
exactly
before.
right.
Yeah.
That where
But
they
I wasn't bluffing. I was really walking away, but they were like, okay, if you really want it. And so, and then I felt obligated to buy it. I'm like, okay, you know, now I got to go buy this. They're making me an offer. So,
right.
yeah.
Chris wants to know: has anybody, or what do you do about handle eBay printouts at the garage sale? Do you guys even? I don't even go to those. I'll see it. I'll be like, okay, never mind. This is
Exactly. I'm
not.
like being too, yeah,
Yeah, there's
taking
no
it too
wiggle room
personally.
here.
But what if it's like 10 or 11 o'clock and they've already experienced like 100 people that walked up, looked at the printout, shook their head, muttered under their breath, and then walked by, and they've been seeing that all day. And they're like, well, that didn't work out. So maybe we should start going a little lower. You can scoop in. You can actually get in there late in the day on those kind of guys.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason that item is still there is because it has that printout. If it wasn't for that printout and that crazy high price, the item would have been gone at 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I
Right.
can agree with that.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's still there, man. So it's still now early in the morning. Forget it. You're not gonna get it.
Right. So now, do you garage sale the entire time? I mean, or do you go back to a garage sale after the fact at all? What about you, Lonnie?
Never, almost never. I usually go to lunch after I'm done.
What I meant is how you're saying if it's 10 or 11. Do you ever go to a garage sale at 7, see something, come back at 10, and see if it's still there?
No, because typically I map my route out, and then it's so far. It would be so far away for me to go back to that point that and with no like for sure payoff that I just go to lunch and then go home.
That makes sense. What about you, Tanya? Do you ever backtrack?
I agree with everything that Lonnie just said.
No.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty patent answer. That I was just seeing if either of you ever did backtrack to see if something you were looking for was still there.
No, but I tell you what I have done on the walking off question that I didn't answer is that like usually whenever I get 75% of the way to my car, I'll turn over my shoulder and I'll say, "Are you sure you don't want to take blah blah blah?" Or I'll go up a tiny bit, and I say, "Are you sure you want to let this get away for blah blah blah?" And then they'll say yes or no, and then I continue to the car. But then if it's really a decent deal, and my little plan backfired, I think it's key that if it's a good deal that you can make money on it, and if it's enough, you swallow your pride because you're probably not going to see these people again. You march your defeated ass back up there and you pay the piper because it's a good deal and makes business sense, right?
Right. So you swallow your pride and knowing that they won this round, you win.
Yeah.
I even tell them that. I'm like, all right, you win. I always keep it light, dude.
No, I agree. I think that's really important. So what's on your list, Lonnie? What haven't we covered?
Let's see. Don't be afraid to show passion, interest, and knowledge in what they are selling. Complimenting their taste plays to their ego. We already talked about that. Time of day matters. We covered that. Oh, here's one. Darn. Oh, here we go. So, Dwayne.
It's a prop.
Yes, Dwayne. How does this make you feel, man? Is it sexy?
That's sexy.
Sometimes you got to show them the money, man. Show them the money. It's not just a line from the Jerry Maguire movie. The look and even if it gets close enough, like if you slap them with it, they can smell it. The smell, the sound that money makes as it's being counted out. People salivate for that shit, so it can help.
Yeah,
if they know
but in the same sense, though, you don't want to bust out a 20 when you're buying something for $1, right? And saying that's the highest I can go. I mean,
well,
right?
I mean, hey, I'm not doing that kind of hardball tactic on $1 or $2.
Well, no, you know what I'm saying, though. I mean, you don't want to overplay that you have all that money. when you're trying to get it for, half what they want or something.
No, I mean, but I'm just saying, dude, it helps sometimes. It doesn't help. It doesn't help all the time. Nothing works all the time.
Of course, I agree with that. What about you, Tanya? Do you flash your money?
No, as a matter of fact, I carry a different purse altogether whenever I go garage selling. I don't carry my designer purse. I'll just carry a plain unmarked purse, and usually the only thing I have in it is just some cash. And that way, when I go to dig in my purse, I can easily, I've got plenty of room to see my bills and what I want to grab out. So
that brings up a great point. Good segue without even knowing it. Do you dress down when you go to garage sales? I mean, do you look like a hillbilly?
I'm not going to dress up to go to garage sales. As soon as I wake up in the morning, it's usually, jeans and a t-shirt and some sandals. That's usually what I wear every day anyway, being a reseller. So, yeah, and summertime shorts and a t-shirt. But I mean, I'm not going to not brush my hair.
Right. What about you, Lonnie? Have you gone out in dirty jeans and a wife beater trying to get good deals?
No, not a wife beater. But look, I want to take offense for one of your viewers.
I think he's talking about your hat, right?
No, I'm talking about how you said you look like a hillbilly, and there is Idaho hillbilly in your chat. So you stuck your foot in it that time.
Oh boy, sorry, Idaho. No offense.
Looking like a hillbilly is not a bad thing, okay? It's not.
No, it could get you a good deal.
Hey, Idaho. What's up, buddy?
Nathan says he wears a 3-piece suit and a nice tie.
Yeah. Dude, to be honest, I never dress up for anything anymore anyway, unless we go out to eat or something, then I might. Right. But I mean,
wow, you even dress up? The only time I dress up is for funerals and weddings.
But I do think you need to look at least clean.
Yeah.
You don't want to look homeless.
Right. And you want to have some decent looking shoes and socks. You don't want to look like you're dirty or anything. Or because sometimes I like to try and charm and talk my way into the house. And they're not going to do that. You'll do that, Tanya?
No, you ain't coming to my house. I don't even care if you got to go to the bathroom. There's a convenience store right down the street.
I paid a guy $1 one time at a garage sale to use his bathroom. I had to
Oh my gosh. I cannot believe he took your $1. That is so wrong.
And he took it. He's
oh my gosh.
He's like, huh? And I said, I'll put the seat up, dude. It's cool. And he took the $1.
Oh my gosh, you're crazy. For me, when a guy is having a garage sale, I'm not even kidding y'all. And ladies, help me out in the chat. If it's just a guy having a garage sale, I'm very cautious about approaching, right? I'm not just going to walk straight away into the garage. I have to check things out and make sure, he's not some crazy person first. So I'm very cautious about stuff like that. And even if I just see a guy sitting out there and he's got a wife beater shirt on or something, I'm probably not going to even stop, right? Because especially if you're the only one there, does that sound bad?
No, I mean you gotta be safe. I mean that's all there is to it.
Yeah,
you don't know.
I mean I'm just saying from a woman's perspective.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, being a man, I don't think about that, but I do understand. Safety first for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was this was a couple of weeks ago. I think, yeah, it was here. I was trying to remember if it was in Florida or here. No, it was here. I talked to this guy for a while, and he was homosexual, and I ended up kind of charming the guy a little bit, and ended up in his house, and he was showing me his husband's collection of amiibo figurines and all this and that, and I was digging through his video game stash and picking out what I wanted, and I ended up getting a Nintendo 64 out of there. And I know it's definitely not something most females would do, maybe some males, but getting into the house, if you can be very, very advantageous.
See, and I've never really pursued that at all. I guess I just never have thought to try that. So,
yep. I got into an attic one time on a Craigslist buy. Guy was moving, and I ended up in this dude's attic. It was actually, I think he was homosexual also.
I'm seeing a reoccurring thing here, Lonnie. I mean, you put out that stuff, that scent or something. What's up with that?
No. I mean, and I don't mean totally nothing negative. It just happens.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying either.
And he was actually a masseuse. He had a massage table, but he was moving, and he said he had a bunch of stuff in the attic. After I talked to him for a little while, I went up there, ended up buying like a ton of old Magnolite stuff for nothing, and ended up selling it for real cheap. I ended up buying like a mower from the guy, all kind of stuff. So it's not for everybody, but if you can get into the house, you can make some big time money.
Yeah. You're getting a little grief here in the chat about charming homosexuals, but you know what? I think Lonnie's good at charming everybody. He just has that touch, Some people.
I totally did not mean anything bad with that. They just happened to be. They just both were.
I think they're just playing with you.
I used to watch Glendon Cameron when he was doing storage units, and he said that was one of his things is gay guys have the best stuff. That was one of his things, because they always had the better clothes, and it's obviously a stereotype, but that was just his perception of it. So,
man, there is some. I'm not even going to read some of this chat. I am just appalled with you guys. Y'all are horrible.
Oh wow, yeah.
I mean, I knew that was going to be kind of a weird thing to say, but it's like it was almost. It's kind of cool though, because it's like. You can kind of use the like females can do that, right? They can kind of charm and stuff like that, but men can do it too. Not in like a weird way or anything, but maybe I better.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
it's about the ego, right? And
right, absolutely.
People. Yes.
How committed are you to reselling?
Not as much as you, obviously. I'm not digging through people's attics and stuff. So
using their bathrooms.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Somebody asked if you negotiated that $1 fee for the bathroom. Let's see. Let's see. What was I going to say? I don't know. What was I going to say? I saw something in the chat that I was going to bring up. Mommy's good. Okay, yeah, not that.
Yeah, don't read that one or that one or that one. Yeah, oh no, can't read that one.
Scam here. Scan down a little bit further. Yeah, Bearded Picker says you can't be surprised we are horrible in the chat. That is why we have the chat. Very true. Very true. So, do you have any other pointers there, Tanya, that you want to give out?
Well, I was going to say something about what Lonnie had mentioned about swallowing your pride sometimes and just going back. I've done that, several times in the past. I'll forget my phone in the car for whatever reason, and it might be a higher priced item. For example, that Yao Ming big poster, tall, life-size thing of him that I got. They wanted 20, and then they offered me, said they'd take 15 for it. And I was like, okay, well, good luck. And then I got back in the car and I looked on eBay and I was like, well, wait a second, this might really be something. And so I got out of the car and I was like, oh, I was talking with my husband on the phone. I acted like I was talking to him. He's like, you got to go back and get that. So, and I got it. I went back and got it and gave him the money. So, don't be afraid. I mean, if you got to go look up something on your phone in the car and see that it's a deal, go back and get it. Like Lonnie said, you're probably never going to see these people again anyway. So
probably very true.
That's what makes garage sales interesting, because they're usually like standalone one-time business deals that have there's no history and there's no future. It's just right now, one clean negotiation, all by itself on an island. Like I have some other people that I deal with, and we both consider dealings we've made in the past and dealings we want to make in the future when we consider our price. So garage sales is just pure and clean negotiation. you know.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves. You know, it's done. Done deal.
Not a good time to say that.
Oh my God.
Oh my! Well, there was the you went into the attic, but you came out of the closet kind of thing. There was a couple of that things.
Whoa, that was in the chat.
I think so. I think
Golly,
I saw that.
man, why am I on YouTube? Why do I do YouTube?
So yeah, well, you know, hey, look in the closet now. It's coming out of the attic.
Well, look, man. I mean, look. Seriously though, like why can't men use a little sex appeal? Like we do it with women, right? Not that I'm super sexy or anything, but do you ever try and charm women?
No.
With no, it's not, you don't? Like at a garage sale, you wouldn't?
I don't know. I just, that's just not me. My wife will back me up on this. If she ever saw me flirting, she would just laugh. You know, she'd be like, "What the hell?" It's just not the way I am. So.
Okay, this chat, I can't even look at this chat, man. I got to like block it.
The junk in the trunk, Lonnie.
I may have to take a week off of YouTube after this.
Hey, you stepped in it. I can't help you.
Yeah, you're right,
Lonnie shows his cleavage. Well, there you go.
Oh my goodness.
But do you ever like try and charm or use like sex appeal at all, Tanya? I guess not, huh? Is it too dangerous?
I don't know. I guess it depends. Well, I don't know. I was about to say how bad I want it, but
but that doesn't make it sound good either. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, well, sometimes you're just naturally taken with people and you have chemistry and is this going in the right direction?
I don't know. It depends on where you end up.
Sometimes it's easy to talk with people, you know. I mean, like, yeah, and your charm might just shine through, and you will get a good deal.
Yeah.
Is that what you meant, Lonnie?
Yeah, but maybe lay
Am
it
I
on.
speaking your language?
Yeah, maybe lay it on a little thicker, but yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't consider myself very charming, and I just not. I mean, I'm nice to people when I talk to them, but I don't use charm to get anywhere. I guess I don't know. It's just not something I'm comfortable with, I guess.
But you're not comfortable with being charming?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
You're a pretty charming guy, Dwayne.
I was about to say, yeah, I think so.
Whatever. I mean, when I get to know somebody, yes, but we're talking about somebody, you know, I've never really met. How does, you know, that's where I'm not real, you know, social, I guess. That's why I have my wife. See, that's why I have my wife. I send her in. She takes care of all that stuff.
Well, it doesn't have to be like all sleazy, dirty kind of.
No, I'm not even talking that. I'm just talking just in general. That's just not a comfortable thing for me.
Okay.
You know. Yeah, see, Dwayne can't flirt to save his life. See, I'm very I'm pretty transparent that way, so. So, all right, we're getting close to the hour. Is there
Thank God.
Tanya. Tanya, did you want to do that thing we were talking about?
Oh yeah.
At the beginning of the show?
Yeah. Okay, so I have a reseller rally t-shirt to give away. And who's laughing?
Me. I can't believe where I went with this.
Lonnie.
So crazy.
Okay, so it's a white one. Reseller Rally 2017. It is a size 2XL though, but for the ladies, you could always sleep in it if you wanted. So is anybody interested in winning it?
I am, but no.
You are?
No. Let's see.
Okay. So if you would like to have me send you this shirt, all you have to say is, I want that shirt.
Let's see. Nothing.
Nobody
Wow.
wants the shirt?
Oh, I see. Yes.
You have to say, I want that shirt.
Man, that.
Yeah,
Wow.
yes ain't gonna cut it.
All right.
HB picker. Wow, that was almost as bad as pick a number. You know,
Right.
kind of stalled everybody.
Okay, so HB Picker, if you can contact me here on YouTube or on Facebook via private message, and I will get that sent out to you.
Excellent.
Yay!
I will wait till another day to give my clock away.
Why?
Because I got to think of a good question or something.
We already talked about this, Dwayne.
No, he backed out. He watched yours and said, "Oh, that was a fail."
No, that's not true.
Exactly what happened, Lonnie.
Oh, see, Jim Jan's already said it. See, I want that clock.
That's so funny, Jim.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, they're psychic.
Interesting. Ever pass gas at a garage sale or thrift store to deter possible competition?
What?
It's in the chat. I'm not making it up.
That's called crop dusting, by the way. It's crop dusting.
There you go. See? He's got it all figured out.
Laying down a cloud.
This is guy talk. Oh, my goodness.
So, well, I wanted to
it gets worse.
Yeah, it usually does. That's why we're cutting it go. We're good now. I wanted to thank Lonnie and Tanya for stopping in and, you know, coming out of the closet for Lonnie and being really helpful. I'm just kidding. Lonnie's a great guy.
Yeah, but man, you already, golly, that was horrible.
Oh, you know, I'm teasing. Everybody knows better.
Dwayne, wait. Thelma has a really good idea. She says, "Set the clock, and we'll guess them. We'll guess to the minutes."
Oh wow.
Okay.
That's a good idea, Thelma.
Dang. See, we need her. Okay, I got to figure this out here.
Thanks, Thelma.
Yeah, thank you. All right. First of all, I guess I should show the people the clock, right? This is the time is money clock, right? Looks like what's that game? Wheel of Fortune, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All right, so I guess I will set. Okay, yeah, just minutes, not hours. Got it? Let's see. We will go right there. All right, so I have set the clock to a minute only, not an hour. So basically, between 0 and 60, the first person that can get it can have it. How's that sound? All right, so we'll watch here. And by the way, Lonnie is a good friend.
What? What's that for?
I don't know.
Are you drunk?
I'm just kidding.
Dwayne, tell us the number in the side chat so we can help you.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true, huh?
Okay.
Dude, there's already been it's probably already there.
All right, let me scroll up.
Yeah, I know. See, you guys were talking. I didn't see it though.
No, not yet. It's not there yet.
No, I didn't see it yet either.
I don't see the exact number, but I do see some people that are very close.
Well, yeah. Eventually, somebody's got to get it here. All right, guys.
If I was in there, I would just start counting up or down. One of the two.
Oh, way to go! Give it. Okay.
There it is. HB
oh my gosh!
She won that one too.
Wow. You're on
man.
fire tonight, HB Picker.
Yeah. Okay, the number was 9. You guys can quit guessing.
Hold it up. Prove
HB
it.
Picker.
Prove it.
Oh man, it's kind of hard because it's not really.
How is that a 9?
9 minutes. 9 minutes, fool.
Where's like the 12 o'clock? Oh, I see
The
it.
12 o'clock is at the top.
Oh, okay, okay.
Rigged.
Yeah, hers was. Oh, that was awesome. Anyway, all right. I wanted to thank Tanya and Lonnie for coming on and having fun. We talked a little bit about negotiating tactics, and hopefully somebody got something out of it. You know, other than the obvious. And Lonnie,
Yes.
that's still a damn ugly hat.
Oh,
I'm gonna wear it till I die, buddy.
I know you are. I'm just telling you. Okay. So
I'm gonna get him a little flower to put on it.
there you go.
I can't do that right this minute. Okay, it's bad timing.
Yeah, it's probably not a good time to add flowers to anything. With the bedazzler, maybe bedazzle him a little flower on there.
No.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody that stopped in. Do the usual, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will. Let's see. When will I see people next?
Oh, wait. Did you announce your auction yet?
No, I didn't.
Do it.
Okay, tentatively. I haven't got a time yet because I haven't figured it out yet. So I'll give you the time at some point. But Saturday, the 24th. So in 3 days, right? Yeah. We're going to try this auction show that we've been talking about for way too long, and I've been putting off because I was procrastinating. So we'll give it a shot on Saturday. I will come up with a time. Chris, the walking picker, will be on the channel. He's the one that has the items that we're going to auction off, and we'll see how it goes. So we will catch you then, and if not then, Sunday, the reseller 6-pack. We're going to be on Nick Hills's channel. Just so make sure you subscribe to him.
Oh, what? Dwayne, can we also plug the reseller 6-pack Facebook group that Tanya and I worked on?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's a great. Go ahead and you plug it because you know much more about it. Let's hear it.
Well, I decided to make a Facebook group for the reseller 6-pack because it's a traveling show. It goes around. We have 9 people that are in the 6-pack, and it's going to travel around to most of the channels. Anybody that wants to do it. So every week it's been on a different channel. It's hard a lot of times for you guys to watch and to figure out where it's going to be on a given week. So we created a Facebook page or group, I should say. I started it and then gave Tanya the keys, and she actually built it up. She did all the graphics and all whatever it is that she did. She did it, and thank you, Tanya. And so that's where you guys can go. If you go to Facebook and just type in reseller 6-pack, you'll see the group. Join it, and then you'll be alerted where the next show is going to be. And you can also see past episodes there too, or you could talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Hey, are you having a show tomorrow? Your Cajun Picture show, or are you skipping, or what? How's that going?
As far as I know, we are. As far as I know. So
okay. So you better plug that one too. I can't remember what time it is on Central Time. I can never get the times right.
Cajun Pickers tomorrow night, 8 p.m. CST, 8 p.m. Central Time. So
okay, I couldn't remember which time it is. I just wait. I just wait for the little reminder.
Yeah,
I don't ever know what time they are. Half the time, I don't even know what time it is. My show. I gave these guys the wrong time. Tanya was waiting for the show at an hour early because I gave her the wrong time. So. HB Picker, you can contact me through Mothership Products on Facebook, or Dwayne Hale is also my personal page. Either one of those, you can get a hold of there, or if you want to do it on YouTube, that works too. So again, thanks to everybody. Catch everybody's shows, and we will see you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.